Do 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 do. Hey. You guys always sneak up on me. Oh no. How's everybody doing today? My name is Fury Machine, and welcome to the Realistic Farming channel for Farming Simulator 19, where we use real tractors, we use real equipment, we have realistic tutorials, and we have a real lot of fun. I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. I'm doing fantastic. I hope you guys all are too. Well, where we left off last time is we were baling and putting away before the rain, so I can't talk long. I gotta get to work. Gotta get to work. Yay! So let's get the trivia out of the way. Trivia. I asked you guys who owned Fs22 and where are they located. Let me get my handy dandy phone out, and so I can read this word for word for you guys. The Fs22 was originally the Fiat tractor. The Fiat tractor disappeared and was superseded by the holding company Fiat Geotech, based in Modena, Italy. Okay, so it was out of Italy. We all know that now. The owner of the Fs22 group is called Fiat Talis. Don't know. All right, and it was started in 1984. Fs22 launched its historic 1990 series, which replaced the 80 series from the original Fiat. Okay, so this 130-190 came out in 1984. Yay! Now I'm going to ask you guys, let me put my phone down. Let me get that off here. Just give me 1 second so I don't drop it on the floor. All right, so now that we're talking about Fs22, what is Fs22's most popular tractor? Ready? And go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. And your final answer. All right, so let's get started. We'll get back in the tractor and we'll start doing our rows. We got our headlands done. We're going to go until 10:30, and then we're going to pick up the bales from 10:30 to 11. That way there is no worry about the rain. And hopefully, with my calculations, we are correct. So I wanted to let everybody know that I'm glad that you guys all, well, not all of you, but for the most part, you guys have, let's see, lower this, turn it on, and let's go. You guys watched the truck simulator video, and I'm glad, I'm happy for you guys. As I told Ranger, I'm glad that he watched it, because it's not going to be an everyday thing. So it's only going to be once or twice a week. This is still going to be my main series. And I noticed that we had a couple of people leave as soon as I posted that video. So not everybody likes truck sim. I found that out, and we found that out a couple of hard times. But I'm doing it as a relaxing, nice, easy series. The videos will be quite a bit shorter because of the fact that we are... the time scale is so much different. So we are going to just do that, once or twice a week, maybe once. And the rest of the time, we're right back here on Calmsden Farms. Yay! So we got a little bit of a quandary. So we got to figure out what we're going to do with when the rain comes. I'll have to wait until tomorrow, September 2nd, before we can actually bale the rest of our straw. So we're going to have to find some sort of a job to help one of the farmers out, just to keep... Let's come out here for once in a while. We can go in and out of the cab. That's what's the nice thing about a realistic channel. We can act like we have a drone behind us. It's so awesome. Welcome, all the new family members. Welcome to Calmsden Farms. We are here. We are back. This is my all-time, well, becoming my all-time favorite map. I noticed that a couple of really big maps have dropped. Deer Creek was one of them. I went on it and messed around with it today, and I'll tell you, it's a beautiful map, not going to lie, but I tried that big Let's Play by myself, and it just doesn't work. I'm recording my video tonight. I always try to tell you guys. Let's get this. Hope I don't hit the pole. I'm going to hit the pole, so we're going to have to go around it. Through the bushes. It's not very realistic. I'm going to have to come out wider so I can hit every row. Like I said, I tried that large. Remember, I was doing Hastings, North Dakota, that 16X map, and it almost like jaded me, because when you're doing a series by yourself, you can't have much bigger than what we're doing here. It's absolutely, this way I get a chance to see what's going on with these bales. It looks like when we drop them, we're hitting, if they're going sideways. Oh, I never did look up. We got a big storm coming in my area, so we're all been preparing and making sure shovels and snow blowers and everything are all right. They're predicting anywhere between 12, 18, and then the news tonight said it could be possibly 18 inches, which in my area is not really a super lot, but it's enough. It's enough to where I got to get out there and clean the driveway. Well, we got plenty of supplies, and, we've had snow in my area for years and years and years, ever since I was a wee little pup, so we're all used to it. We're all used to it. What you guys got going on in your lives? I know Reefy's been telling me a couple of stories. He's a new family member. That's what I was going to say. I started to say, today is Wednesday. I'm recording this 11:08 on Wednesday night. Yes, Wednesday night. And it is Farmer's stream night. Yay! I hope he's still streaming when I get done. He usually goes about an hour and a half, so make sure you guys head on over, and he will post the restream as our video. So make sure you guys are heading on over there and checking his videos out. I'm expecting a Grizzly video tomorrow. Grizzly Bear Sims. He is awesome. I spent about 25 minutes on Simply Safe Mods today. I always go over every single day, and I check it out. It's awesome. It's awesome. I was watching Argsy. I think that's how you say his name. His stream today was like an hour and... Oh, man, it was like an hour and 45 minutes long. It was absolutely crazy. And then Kedrick Farm was streaming for 4 hours today. I was like, woohoo, you got to be crazy. So, like, I can't go much more than an hour. I go an hour, and I start running out of things to talk about. I'm just like, yeah. And sometimes I do. Sometimes I repeat myself. But we found it was funny because as your channel starts to grow, you start to notice they start informing you when subscribers, well, family members, I want to get it correct. They start informing you when family members start to leave, and then they start to come back. Like, we had 2 family members leave. As soon as I posted that video, it was like bing, bing. They disappeared. They unsubscribed. And I was like, okay, is it the truck sim video? What is it? And then we gained a family member today, which was awesome. So I think you get into that whole watching it too much thing. So, we're going to have people coming and people going. But I'm not going to change the realistic series. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And you guys... I'd say 90% of you guys are too. We'll here first. Get this little row out of the way. I like how my tracks stay. So I did figure out a little bit of the lag problems. It is these trees. I don't know what it is about my PC, but it doesn't like these trees. So when I'm driving a lot of times or turning the camera and I look at a bunch of them or look at them. And it's not just this map. It's something about those trees, because remember we had them on Hastings, and every time I went near them, I would get a little bit of lag. And I don't know if you guys have experienced it either. But, a little bit of updates for you guys. I did fix my steering wheel. The advantages to being somewhat tech savvy. I can design computer graphics. That's what I got my degree in, but I can't fix a lot of things. So the son came over today. My son came over today, and we ripped apart the steering wheel, and we found out that it was apparently my T150. I upgraded, well, kind of upgraded. I had a Logitech 27, and it was an awesome wheel. Not gonna lie, it was a great wheel. But I found a Thrustmaster T150, which is about equal, if not it might be a little bit less of a wheel, because it is quite a bit smaller. My Logitech was quite big. It was like almost a full-size steering wheel. So this T150 is... Now, I also own a Thrustmaster T300, so it's about half the size of that. But for me, it works because I have... I'm going to show you, like, one of these days, I'll record a video and show you my setup. Because the way I got my desk is my steering wheel is hooked to my desk. My shifter is hooked to the corner of the desk. I also have a Thrustmaster shifter, and I have my joystick is the... Oh, man, I can't even think of the name. I think it's a Thrustmaster as well. I decided, and my pedals are the Thrustmaster... Oh, gosh. I'm going to have to post them. I don't remember, like, the actual terminology, but I have an entire Thrustmaster setup. I have a Shure microphone with a pop filter attached on a boom mic that I can swing in and out to get it out. Like, if I'm dropping my controller or dropping my joystick, I can move and swing things out of the way. When I'm just up here playing games on my own, I can just swing it right out of the way. It's really nice. It's really decent. It definitely wasn't cheap. None of my setup is cheap. And then I've got my keyboard in front of my wheel. And then I have a 29-inch monitor, 165 hertz monitor that I play on, and my sim dashboard. So all of my stuff is pretty condensed, hooked within. And then I have a Dragon gaming mouse that I have hooked up, and a full desk mouse pad. So it doesn't matter where I scroll my mouse, it's on a pad. So that's kind of neat. I bought that when it was actually cheaper than the mouse pad, and it came with my desk. Give you an idea of the size of my desk. My desk is 44 inches long, so it's almost 4 feet long. It's 32 inches high, so I can scoot my computer chair completely underneath it, and I'm a bigger guy. So it works out for me. Works out. I don't have the greatest equipment in the world, but on the same token, I do all right. My computer I have a 3080 processor with a Ryzen 9 and a motherboard, MSI motherboard. I think that's what my son put in it. The MSI Hawk, Raven Hawk, or something like that, whatever the name is. So I don't do too bad. I overclock, my processor runs about 4.8, and then I can overclock it to 5.4. So that's not bad. In the grand scheme of things, it's way overkill for what we have going on here for Farming Sim. I never drop below a... my graphics card. That's what it was, a 3080 GeForce. So... it's not too bad. It was expensive, not going to lie. Now, I got it before all of the, I tell my son, I call them the turf wars. We get a lot of computer parts are made out of other countries. They're not made in the United States. We all know that. We accept it. Fine, whatever it is. When COVID hit and it went nuts, the price of everything tripled. Like, you can't get a 3080 now for less than $3,000. And that is absolutely a fact. You can't do it. You just cannot do it. So I got mine for, it was about $900 when I bought it. So I went a little bit higher on the graphics card and a little bit lower on the other stuff because when you game, it's mostly the graphics card and your processor. That's what you absolutely need the most of. Most games that are high speed, like Call of Duties and stuff, the higher processing speed you have, the better. It allows it to process it. So I went pretty high on the graphics card and the processor. Ryzen 9's not too bad. But the motherboard I went lower on. Like I said, I got a lot lower motherboard. And I have a 32 gig, whatever that's called, the RAM. But I only have 16 installed. I have 4 slots in my RAM for up to 32 gigs, but I only have 16 because I thought, well, this game only takes 8. And that's double what this game is, and Truck Sim only takes 8, so that's double of that. So I was like, okay, I don't need any more, but I can upgrade to 32. It's like I was having a discussion with Creighton, and he was going to go out and buy like 64 RAMs, and I was like, you don't have to. Dude, that's like way, way, way too much. Just get what you need, and then maybe a little bit higher. So I've got 16 gigs of RAM, and I don't need it. I never, ever, ever. My computer I usually have it up in the corner while I'm playing, and it never, ever goes over like 4% on any game that I can play, any game. I've played 2K on this computer. I've played Madden on this computer. I've played Call of Duty. I've played Battlefield. I've played Farm Sim and Truck Sim, and I never go over maybe 2 to 5% computer usage ever. And that's good because I watch those videos and I see those guys that are in the like 90s and they're using 90% of their GPU, and that's just like, whoa. I also have a MSI tower, and it comes with, I have 6 fans for cool off. It comes with 4, and then I bought 2 extra ones, and they're installed. I have a pink pop for my football team in there, and it's a clear case, so you can see right through it. It's awesome. It has lights. I can adjust my lights between purple, blue, green, and yellow. So that's kind of cool, too. I usually just don't turn them on because I'm only one that ever sees it. And when the wife uses the computer, she's not going to turn the lights on. Got the lights that go underneath my desk, too. So right now I've got blue ones that are, my legs look blue because my legs are under the desk. I decided to get the pop filter that hooks over the microphone instead of the one that hooks in front of it. So it was a little bit cheaper in the long run, but it still does, like my S's and my put will sometimes still slur a little bit because the pop filter isn't the greatest in the world. But I wasn't about to spend like $60 on a pop filter like that. I'm not doing live videos. I'm doing just farm sim videos, and truck sim videos. So I don't need it. But that's a little bit of rundown of my system. I don't have the greatest system in the world, but I have enough, and that's all that matters to me. I told you guys, in the beginning, I used to have just a laptop. I had a Dell laptop, jeffafadunham.com, and it was what I started recording on, and it was so potato. You couldn't even get much more than 720 to record with, 720p, and it was bad. It was so bad. And then I upgraded to a desktop, and I thought, okay, boom. And that was I started out with a 1660 Super for my graphics card, and that was okay. It was okay. I was able to record in 1080. But once I got this one, then I can record in anything that I want. The only reason that I only upload in 1080 is because YouTube, their algorithms tell you that the majority of people don't have access to that. Apparently, the majority of my family members, watch it on their phone. So, what are you going to get? unless you have an iPhone 13 or whatever's come out now, you're not watching it in super high def anyways. So, and it's quicker to upload in just 1080 anyways. But I remember, that tree goes. We got about 10 more minutes, and then we're going to spend a half an hour. Look how many bales we got. Does it tell us? Does it tell us how many bales we've done? Let's see. Let's see. Where do we go? Nope, not there. Oh, we're here. Where's Bales? Oh, 187 bales so far. 85 today alone. We've got 85 bales there. Yeah, I probably should stop and pick those up. But we're going right along. I mean, this is the second hour of baling so far, and we've got about, what do we got? About a quarter of the field done? I'd say a couple more rows and we'll be about halfway. That's not bad in 2 hours by yourself. And now you guys understand why I put it on 28-day months. Because little things like if you're going to play realistic, little things, oh, you guys want me to come back in here once in a while, don't you? Once in a while you got to deal with things like the weather. And then we got to, you gotta, if you're gonna play realistically, we can't just bail it up when it's wet. You gotta let it dry. You gotta wait till the next day. So that's why I picked what I picked. I'm gonna be truthful with you guys. I've always, like I told you guys, I've always been truthful. This is the first series that I've ever done with it's a running clock. And what I mean by running clock is we are literally leaving I gotta get this little tough. Get it. We are literally picking up right where we left off. Like, there is no playing off camera. There is no nothing. This is the first in a year that I've been doing YouTube. This is my very first series that I've ever done this with, and I am having more fun and having an absolute blast doing it this way because it's easy. It makes it for a content creator. I just talk about what we're doing and what we're gonna do and what we're gonna plan, and then I threw a few stories in there, and it's great. And I'll bet you guys have never seen it either. You research, if you hit in Fs22 on YouTube and put in realistic channels, there's not a lot. People don't do it because it's a game, and they don't look at it the same way. But I was over on Argsy's recording today, and it actually wasn't even a stream. It was recording. Hour and 45 minutes, and he was doing a field that was about that size mixed with this size. It was ginormous, and he had he was liming, spreading lime, and we're going to get the next row done, and then we're going to stop, and we're going to start picking these bales up. And he had 4, 5, or 6 lime spreaders, paying 4, 5, or 6. I can't remember the exact amount, but he was spreading lime with that many, and it still took him an hour and as I clear my throat. Yay! It took him an hour and 45 minutes real time with that many people doing it. So I messaged him and I said, that's kind of funny because if I was doing this, it would take me like 10 days. It took us 12 hours to harvest these 2 fields. That one over there and this one. And now we're on our second hour of just baling. So now we're getting an idea of why Fury picked what he picked. But it's nice to see you guys are like one of the new family members, Reefy, is putting in stories in the comments, and that's pretty cool. I read them. I absolutely do. Sometimes I just peruse them quick and then I go back and read them later because I'm busy, and if it's a huge comment, sometimes I'll just peruse it or proofread it, and then I'll make sure there's nothing bad in it, then I'll come back, and what I do is I highlight it so that I know that I have to still read it, and then I come back, and I literally I read every comment, and I try to respond. All right, so now we're going to shut this down, and we're going to unload. I think we're going to unload. All right, so let's park this thing right over here, and we'll go grab our bale stacker. Oh, man, we still got a lot to go. I'm guessing if we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows, okay, in an hour, well, in a half hour. So you do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more in another half an hour. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's another hour. I'm guessing almost about 3 hours left of baling just this field. And then we've got probably 5, 6 hours on the other field, maybe. Now is when we got to hustle. Because we have got to get this off the field so that we know that we're not going to lose these bales. This is where I wish I had a giant shed. I can just... And I never did. Oh, man, I was so mad at myself. I never did go and find the that kicker bale thing, because that would have helped in this instant. So how many did we do in a half an hour? 111. 213 total in 2 hours. So, and you can see right underneath the... right here, let me get my mouse out. 13 hours and 26 minutes just to harvest and get a quarter of the field baled by myself, doing it realistically. Now this I found out that you can go a little different angle and it will pick it up. I don't have to go in and out. See, it will push it. Watch. See? So that was yesterday's picking up the bales was like I was driving all over the place. Still doing it. There we go. Guess it really doesn't matter how you drive in the field as long as you can pick up the bales. Power lines. What are those? In 19, man, we only had like 5 maps that had power lines on them. Absolutely crazy. I mean, we were so excited as content creators. See, there's one of those lags that came out on the on my recording. I actually saw that at time. It's more. I'm noticing it's not necessarily a lag that lasts any length of time. It's more or less like a stutter. And I may, like I said, I record an Ultra, and it probably wouldn't hurt for me to turn it down on high. Probably wouldn't affect the graphics much. I also have all of my my shadows and everything turned up. You guys know that. You can see them. So it might not hurt me at all to... Whoops. Might not hurt me at all to turn it down 1 notch even. If it might be this map, like I said. Perfect. All right. And it seems to be every time like I come around the farm, it also might be that Meridian tank. Because in 19, I had a horrible time with it. The Meridian tank was just like it creamed me. I'm going to try an experiment. Let's see if we can keep this kind of straight. Yep. Whew. I know there was a couple of rows here that were awkward. I'm not a particularly big fan of this, how this baler drops these out here. So I may look into getting another small baler from maybe a mod site to see if it drops the bales better. I want to try this. This is why I'm going this way. If I go sideways and see. Yep. Oh yeah, we've actually picked it up. Whoops. It was like driving backwards there for a second. I was like, oh, it's not like I didn't play Truck Sim in a while, right? I play that every day. I made it to, let you guys a little know, I made it to level 4, but remember I said I was going to go to level 5 because that was the deal. Should be able to get a couple more in here. A couple more rows in there. I don't know why I decided to pick them up like this. Just something different. Usually I just go up down the rows straight. Because I think if I can get myself one that's a kicker that throws them into the a wagon, then we don't have to go and spend the time picking them up. We can drop our wagon in a shed, even if we have to put one down. Let's just go straight here. To put them in and just buy another wagon. And then if you've got, when you're going and doing your bales, you just kick them up into those. And then that would give us something to do also when the snow starts to fly. We can go stack our bales. We can take them out of the wagon and gives us, I mean, you could probably kill at least a bunch of hours doing it that way. I'm hoping that we get some major snow so that we can snowplow and things like that. I don't know if the roads get covered. I don't know. I don't think in all of my Let's Plays that I've had actual snow. I've seen videos where people are plowing snow and stuff, but I don't think I've ever experienced it too much myself. Yeah, I think it's that tank, at least on the farm here, because I get the, I mean, I didn't get it there too bad, but it seems I get it always around this farm. And I know Creighton was telling me how he was getting it almost to the point where he couldn't play on it. So, I don't know. Might be that. Might be something else. I mean, I didn't get a stutter that time, but I got a, I saw it. It was a little bit of a wiggle with it. I don't know if we're going to get all these bales off here in 25 minutes. It's like a circus, isn't it? Na 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 na. Not my circus, not my monkeys, right, guys? And then we'll be able to load these up on a trailer, on our little dump trailer, and take them right across the street. And then we'll drive our skid steer literally right across the road, which is nice. It's not like we got far to go. Oh, did you see that? It jumped up and I caught it. Look how they're all turned sideways. It's almost like they want you to go that way with it. It's weird. I'm not a big fan of that for sure. Definitely not. The other thing I can start doing too, once I get this pretty full in here, yeah, see, when I turn right there, that's where I'm getting it. I can also start taking these over to the little shed over here where we're parked. Can't really cut the angle in there. That one or that one. That one. It's hard to stack them with this. Like if I had the weather, I'd be just dropping them in piles out here on the field and coming and pick them up, which may be faster. We could try that and see. But no, because today I'd have to go down and buy I still would have to get my skid steer with my fork on it. Plus, I don't want to, like I said, if we knew we had nice weather, we would seriously, I'd stack them up in stacks of 14, leave them right on the field, and then drive my skid steer around and pick up the whole stack and put it on a trailer or my front loader. I might put a front loader on a tractor. Just to get them off the field so that I can keep the trailer hooked up and like drag the trailer around. So I might do that, or I might just use my skid steer, which is what I would do in real life. I'm also driving very fast for this thing. This is definitely not the way that I would do it in real life. No, 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 no. I'm only doing this because of the weather. In real life, I would bale the whole field, and I would pick it all up at once, and then we would do it that way. This is kind of backwards. They must have fixed this because when I first used this on what was that? The other map. One of the base game maps, it would like sometimes just drop the stack out the back, and now it tips them all over, which is it makes more sense. See, these little bales are tedious, but they're fun because now I don't have to worry about getting them. I can pick them all up myself. I can't pick up these cubes. I still need a front loader like that, but that's easy because that's just transporting them. But now when I go to use them for the animals and put them in the straw blower, the little machine that we'll have for the skid steer, it'll be so much better because I can just pick up like 2 of them, and put them in there, spray them, and go over and pick up 2 more. And I think if it starts to rain before we go get another job, or before we do another job, I think what I'll do is spend the time moving the bales, but I don't want to take them out in the rain. Ooh, that jumped quite a ways. I know what everybody's thinking. Well, if you just used auto load, it would make it so much better. Well, technically, I am using auto load. There we go. It's a few more. We got about 17 minutes. Think we can get them all off the field? I'm hoping so. What am I doing? I can drive over these. Doesn't hurt to drive over the straw. That'll just flatten out and poof right back up again. Poof, poof, poof. So if there's 60 liter or 60 whatever they are, or no, there's 600. There's 600 liters per bale, right? Yeah, that's what I think I noticed when they were going up and down. So 600 times 14 is what? I know 10 times 600 is 6,000. And then 11 would be 66. 12 would be 72. 13 would be 84. Or 83. 84, I think. And then I think 90. So each one of these cubes is like 9,000 liters. So it's actually bigger than a bale. Like you get more in it. Because I noticed that a regular straw bale is like 5,000. All right, we are moving along now. I like this little machine. I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to get me one that represents more what I'm used to. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, another 1.5 loads. There we got one more of these. It's nice that we had some open spots for sheds for just temporarily anyways, right? I mean, if we had all these filled with equipment, and it would have been terrible because we wouldn't have been able to put them anywhere to get them off the ground, off the field right now. We'd have to stack them. And I ain't about to do that in the rain. They can sit right where they are for right now till we're ready for them. What I may do though is, when it starts raining, I may stack them in their little sheds that they're in and not move them out in the rain. It'll give us some time to kill some time. Looks like we might do this. Well, I tell you, when you do like 100 of these or 200 of these, you start to realize how many bales you got. And 200 times 6 is what? 120,000? So far, we've gotten 120,000 liters of straw just off half of a field. So I don't think we're going to need straw once we get done with this for a while. I do eventually want to grow corn, because I think our silage, because we're using little bales, so I think our silage is going to have to go in the bunker. And it works out. It almost like works out perfect, because I did some figuring earlier today, and the skid steer bucket is about 900, right? Oh, 800, 8 or 900, whatever. I'll get the exact figure when we get there. But each one of these bales is 600, so you put one of these bales and then one scoop of silage. And not one of these. I'm not using straw in my my total mix ration, that's for sure. Just hay and silage. So I would put one scoop of silage and then one bale, or however much it fits. I can put 2 or 3 or 4. There, we got 3 bales left, and we got 11 minutes to do this. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So we know that in one episode we can bale for half an hour and then pick them up for half an hour. We know that. But we are now, once this is done, I'm probably going to check, and I think it's 11 o'clock. I may wait to bale the rest of it until it's done raining. And it's going to rain for about 5 or 6 hours. We won't be able to do anything with this till tomorrow. So I think what I'll do is I'll spend the next hour doing the stacking. Like, I'll stack it in here and stuff so it doesn't have to come out in the rain. I wish that you could, this is just me spitballing here. I wish that you could put a cover on something manually, like if you could take like a flatbed and put a cover at like a tarp, so that I could load them up. I'd put trailer right in there, and I'd load them up. I'd move my harvester, because the harvester can sit out in the rain for a few minutes. I would put my trailer in there and load them right up on the trailer, put a tarp on it, and then take them back over and stack them where they're going. Now I'm going to park, once we get this, I'm parking this in the shed with the bales in it, so they don't even sit out. So the bales that we got off, the 200 and, what was it, 13, 23 bales or whatever it was, we got off a quarter of this field here. They're going to at least be salvageable. We could use those right now if we wanted. I saw in the in-game mod hub they got a silage thing where you can cut silage, corn silage, and it's a pull behind. It's pretty cool. They've been coming out with some really, really, really neat mods. You modders are geniuses. You know what? We can, I think, head down to the store. We got about 9 minutes left. We can head down and get our skid steer and everything. We'll head down there with his tractor. I think I might sell the Range Rover and just use tractors. What do you guys think? I'll do that when we come back. Now we have enough space. And we can go here. All right, let's head on down to the store. We'll get our trailer and our skid steer. And hopefully in 8 minutes we can do it. Go over my big hump over here. Nope, right there. It's kind of cool because it kind of makes sense. Because you're really not supposed to cut through the hedges. And basically what I've done over the last couple of days, well, we're in day 2 now. Last couple of times that we've driven through there, we just matted down the hedges. We're making our own road. I wish you could paint over it, but I was informed by someone, family member in the comments, that you can't paint over those. I wish you could just paint them and remove them. Because I would just make my own little entrance like you would in real life. Now, see, I'm not getting that weird lag spike in these trees here. So it's weird. It's only around as I'm approaching or coming up to that Meridian tank up there. That seems to be what's doing it. And I remember in 19 and 17, those Meridian tanks, the silos, oh, they're horrible for graphics. I don't know why we as a community continue to use those. Probably because they look good. And I got into a little discussion with a modder today, actually, Wednesday, about he was mad because one of his he calls them subscribers. I call you guys family members. One of his subscribers was complaining because the map that he's making, he has a lower NPC and he can't play on it. And I said to him, I said, well, you have to understand that not everybody can play these maps, and that's not fair. Everybody wants to, like this. You see how tall the thing is? These workhorses are noted for that. All right, so we're going to cue this up. And then I'm going to jump in here, and I'm going to fold this out. What is the fold button? Unfold trailer X. Right? Doesn't have hoses. Doesn't that tilt down? Well, that's weird. How am I going to get my... Let's see something. Yeah, that works. Oh, I'm wasting all my time. This used to just unfold down. That's why. There we go. There we go, Fury. Get your life together here. All right, so I'm going to eventually change this out. Okay? To a Bobcat, probably. And then we are going to go to here. And we are going to go down to skid steer tools. Now, look at the bucket. Well, it's 1,200, but I think the silage fork only holds 710. The manure fork. And I think you can pick up silage with that, right? Yeah, that's what it shows. So if I use that, it'd be really close. Oh, really? Just buy it. Look the way it is. We got 5 minutes left to get this down there. I gotta change that button. This trailer is nice. See that? You can carry a couple of pallets up front. Let's go like this. Now, even though that is the straps are underneath it, that thing is locked. Let me go here. That thing is locked. Bad. It's a decent-sized trailer. Because even though Fury can't drive, you can fit on the front of that. There are probably 4 or 5 big bags or pallets or whatever. See? She won't even move now. Go. This tractor's so old, doesn't even have mirrors, which ours didn't either. Perfect. Nothing. Not even moving. Whoever made that trailer, I got to get the person's name. Oh, it's amazing. It's nice and it'll work nice for bales too. Because since we only have to drive across the street, literally between our 2 farms, for now, I'm going to zip across the street in our skid steer. I'll load it up on the trailer here, the bales, and we'll load them all up on those little cubes on this trailer here, and we'll take it over with the. I got a little lag there. We'll take them across the street with the tractor. Then we'll zip across with the skid steer. Now, when we get farther and farther out, I may have to buy a second trailer to carry our skid steer with. Load up the trailer with this. Over our big hump here. See if we stayed this way, if it's not so bad. Oh, that's not too bad. All right, let's get her off right in here so our tractors are in the same spot. We'll take our thing. So now that'll move now if I took off. See? Climb up here, boom. Oh, rain's starting, see it? My windshield wiper just turned on. Oh, man, told you, 11 o'clock. I called that right on the money. Yep, I knew it. Shut our tractor off over here real quick and we'll say our goodbyes. I knew it. I knew it. There's the rain. All right, so we beat that. We got all our bales off. So now, unfortunately, we have to wait until tomorrow to bale the rest. In-game, anyways. All right, everyone. So it's 11 o'clock. We made it another hour. Thank you for joining me. Be sure to look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, look out for each other's family. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and hit the little notification ding-ding bell so you get notified when I drop a video. Be sure to enjoy the night, the day, the weekend, whenever you're watching this. And as always, Fury Machine will catch you all right back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. in the morning, and it will be raining. So we get to move some bales, hopefully, around in our sheds. And on that note, Fury Machine will catch everyone on the flip side. Have a great one. Make sure you head over to Farmer Z's stream and say hi and say Fury Machine sent me.